So guys, you can see it right there. I picked up a 2022 Yamaha MT-10 SP from the guys over here at Freedom Power Sports in Hurst. And holy crap, this thing is awesome. It looks amazing. And I'm one of the first ones here in the US to get it. I let these guys know back in January that as soon as it gets here, let me know. Had a deposit on it. And sure enough, here we go. 2022 MT-10 SP in all of its goodness. It has a total of 1.3 miles on it right now. So gonna go out, take it home, get it ready to do a break-in run on it. So let's get the helmet thrown on and get out of here. What's up, you guys? Built Moto here, and the secret's out. Got rid of the MT-09, traded it in for a brand new 2022 Yamaha MT-10 SP. And boy, oh boy, is this thing amazing. This bike, there's quite a few things that went into me deciding to go with this over some of the other bikes that are in similar price range and are comparable. You know, the Ducati Street Fighter, the Kawasaki ZH2, the KTM Super Duke. But I love my Yamahas, and then the update on this bike, I think, pushed it further ahead of everything else on the market that I couldn't justify saying no to this bike. I know some people have some mixed opinions on this front end, and I will say when I first saw it, I agree, it's not the prettiest front end. But in the flesh, it works. It works with this bike. Yamaha came out and said they never meant for this bike to really be pretty, but with, you know, the whole Master of Torque, the MT line, the MT-07s, the MT-09s, they're all just very aggressive, very straight to the point, and I think they knocked it out on the design with this bike. It's still a R1 chassis, and with the suspension and everything, it is set up like an R1M. But holy crap, is it comfortable. This seat, the stock seat on this bike, I have got just over 700 miles on it now, and holy crap, it feels good. The SP got a little bit of a different design on the seat than the standard. It's more of a, I don't know what you would call it. It's a little bit more aggressive as far as grip goes, but it's very comfortable, especially on longer rides. I've taken it all the way down to my hometown like I did on the MT-09, where, you know, the MT-09, it kind of wore me out between the wind and the seat just being too firm. This bike doesn't deal with anything like that. I will say on longer rides, this little windscreen though does not do enough. I am looking at some of the options. Yamaha has one, I know, but it doesn't look the best, and it's really expensive for what it is, but that does not do much at highway speeds. You'll catch air right, for me being just over 6 foot tall, I catch air right above my stomach for the most part. Another thing, the mirrors. The MT-09 had similar style mirrors. They weren't the best mirrors. These are actually a lot better. You can actually see a lot out of them. They don't rattle as much as the MT-09s did, and you don't have the issue of looking at your shoulder like I had with the MT-09. They weren't wide enough. The screen on this thing is amazing. The startup sequence on it just looks awesome. It gives you enough time to let the fuel pump prime, let all the computers do their checks while it's showing the MT logo, and then it kicks in between day and night mode. You've got a white background and a black background, so you can see the bike or see the screen at all times. And then the controls on the screen they're easy. I will say the little scroll wheel right here is still a little finicky when you're wearing gloves. Trying to push it in, it wants to go up or down. But everything on this side is just so easy to manipulate, so easy to use, and is just very user friendly. You can see right here, I've already got my Beeline Moto navigation already plugged up. I don't have it on the bike yet, but I have it here. The bike comes factory with a 12-volt plug-in already wired up, ready to go. So I'm gonna be using that for some of my GoPro stuff where I can film for a longer time. The key slot is a little awkward to me just because you have to move this clutch cable out of the way, but it's nothing really to complain about. These air inlets, Yamaha said when they released the bike that those were there to offer more noise when you're riding. I thought it was a load of shit. There's no way you'd be able to hear air coming out of these going down the road, especially not on a naked bike where you can't really hear anything other than wind noise anyway. You can. It might just be because this bike is stupidly quiet right now. This Euro 5 emissions has killed the sound on the CP4 engine, but you can hear air coming in from those little inlets, and it is awesome sounding. It almost sounds like a supercharger growl. When you open the throttle real aggressively, you can just hear that engine trying to take in as much air as possible. I haven't done a whole lot to it yet. Got a GoPro mount here, got a helmet mount right there. I did the TST tail tidy for this bike. It's not the correct fit. I had to do some stuff to make it work, but it gets rid of the big hanging out where the license plate would be right about here. Took the slip-on off. I've ordered an exhaust for it. It's probably 10 weeks out at this point, but this thing's way too quiet from factory. The Öhlins suspension, holy crap, the Öhlins advanced electronic suspension is a game changer for comfort. Riding around town, I can throw it in, I think it's suspension mode 3, super soft, and I mean it's even soft enough that if you whack the throttle open and trying to pull a wheelie up, the rear end will absorb so much of it that you can only get the wheel up in first gear. But you throw it up to suspension mode 1 where it's really stiff. Yamaha says it's for race slicks on track. It really hardens it up. The bike will stand up in first, second, and third gear. Belly pan, and it looks awesome. It hides the titanium headers a little bit, which isn't fun, but it cleans up the bottom end of this bike and the bottom end of this engine really, really well. I love the way it looks. The colorway for the SP is another thing that I just really love. The brushed aluminum on the swing arm on the tank, and then the black and blue with the gold shocks. It is amazing looking to me. I love everything about this bike. That's about all I got. I'll throw some other videos of me riding it. I haven't done a whole lot of filming just because trying to get it out of break-in, I don't really want to be too aggressive on it. I want to make sure it's broken in right. If you like this video, drop a like down on it. If you want to know why I chose this over the MT-09, drop that down in the comments. I'll make a video on that. Or if you just want to hear anything else comparing this to the MT-09 or why I chose this over any of the other bikes, let me know. I will start filming it some more. I want to get back to posting twice a week. So thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one.